If you're thinking about upgrading your gaming setup with the Scuf Instinct Pro, hold on. There's a lot you need to know before you click buy. This controller promises lightning-fast gameplay and custom features that sound perfect for serious gamers. But here's what surprised me. Despite the hype, there are some major issues you absolutely can't ignore that might totally change your mind about this controller. Today, I'm breaking down the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Scuf Instinct Pro so you won't regret your purchase or get stuck with a controller that doesn't deliver. Ready to find out if it's really worth your money? Stick around because some of what I discovered might just shock you. Let's start with who this controller is actually for. The Scuf Instinct Pro is targeted at competitive Xbox Series XS gamers who want every edge they can get. It boasts 4 embedded remappable paddles and instant triggers designed to shave off milliseconds from your reaction time, perfect for first-person shooters or any high-stakes multiplayer games. If you're someone who spends hours grinding ranked matches or pushing your skills in fast-paced titles, these features might sound tailor-made for you. However, if you only game casually or prefer simpler setups, the complexities and price of this controller might feel like overkill. But before you decide, let me unpack the experience I had with it, because the reality isn't as smooth as the specs list suggests. First up, the positives, because every review should start with some sunshine. The Scuf Instinct Pro does pack an impressive arsenal of customization tools. 4 remappable paddles sit on the back of the controller, which can be configured for up to 15 different functions. That means you can assign jump, reload, or melee actions literally at your fingertips without taking your thumbs off the sticks. Imagine landing ultra-fast headshots while switching weapons without missing a beat. It's like having an extra pair of fingers. Because, let's be honest, we all wished we had 6 hands when things got intense. On top of that, the Instant Triggers feature transforms your shoulder buttons into mouse-click style buttons, cutting down trigger travel time, nice for reflex-heavy plays. Another solid perk is the level of customization the Instinct Pro offers visually and functionally. You can save up to 3 different paddle mapping configurations with the flip of a switch, so game modes don't have to mean reprogramming on the fly. Plus, there are interchangeable thumbsticks for adjusting accuracy and comfort, and a performance grip that promises a non-slip hold during those marathon gaming sessions. Wired or wireless connection options are available too, so you're not tethered to a cable if you don't want to be. Did I mention it comes in a wide variety of colors? Because you can absolutely make it your own. All these elements scream premium, and if they worked flawlessly, this controller could have been a dream. But here's the twist. The execution is where things take a nosedive. Despite the slick marketing, many gamers report that the controller just doesn't feel as responsive as you'd expect for the price point, which often hovers well above regular controllers. Several users complained about paddle durability. The paddles, while designed to be embedded and robust, surprisingly feel a little flimsy and prone to slipping during intense play. Considering how often you'll be smashing those paddles, that durability question is pretty critical. It's like buying a sports car with tires that wear out after one race. Great idea, terrible follow-through. Then there's the instant triggers, something that's supposed to speed up your shots by shaving milliseconds off your trigger time. Sounds amazing, right? Unfortunately, many players say the triggers sometimes feel inconsistent or require awkward adjustment placements to even work properly. This inconsistency can mess with muscle memory during clutch moments, turning what should be an advantage into a frustrating disadvantage. If you're a competitive player looking for precision, that's a big red flag because in esports every millisecond counts. Another common complaint steers toward comfort. The grip feels solid when you first hold it, but after prolonged sessions, some users noted hand fatigue and even discomfort caused by the paddle placement and controller weight distribution. It's ironic given that the product description highlights ultimate non-slip comfort and hours of playtime without hand strain. Apparently, the theory didn't entirely translate to real-world marathon plays. And since gaming sessions can last hours, sometimes requiring controller endurance as much as player endurance, this is a serious flaw. At this point, you might be wondering, why do serious gamers keep buying it? Well, for some, the sheer customization potential outweighs the imperfections. If you're willing to tinker and fine-tune your controller extensively, you can get close to the performance tweaks you want. The 3 switchable paddle configurations are a huge time saver for people who jump between genres or playstyles. Plus, the wired wireless flexibility is helpful for different gaming setups, leaning wireless during chill sessions and plugging in for zero latency during competitive bouts. In theory, the Instinct Pro is designed to give you flexibility and speed if you can manage the quirks. Now, let me pause and ask you this. Have you ever been stuck mid-game because your controller just stopped cooperating? Imagine that happening right before your team wins a tournament round. That panic is real. With some reports of connectivity issues, like disconnects or lag, especially over wireless mode, the Instinct Pro doesn't completely escape that risk. When you're investing this much money, you expect rock-solid reliability, but anecdotal evidence suggests otherwise. Some players felt that the controller's firmware updates are inconsistent or slow to resolve known bugs, which means patience and technical skill may be required to keep it performing as expected. Speaking of price, the Instinct Pro is definitely a premium controller, costing nearly double or even triple a standard Xbox controller. For gamers on a budget or those who don't need remappable paddles, this could be a tough pill to swallow. But the real kicker is that, while it promises pro-level enhancements, some players find they get better consistency and comfort from much cheaper alternatives, or even standard Xbox Elite controllers. And yes, when you buy from Amazon, prices fluctuate quickly, so wait too long and you might be paying extra or missing discounts. That's why I always recommend checking the latest price through the link in the description before making a purchase. Okay, time for a quick joke to lighten the mood. Why did the gamer bring a ladder to the tournament? Because he was aiming for the high score. Now back to business, because mastering your controller shouldn't feel like climbing Everest. Let's talk customer support, because that's where many high-end product experiences live or die. Some users report positive experiences with Scuf's customer service, while others face delays or incomplete solutions, especially when it comes to hardware repairs or replacements. For an investment this steep, solid after-sale service is crucial. If you're a player who values being able to reach real humans for quick help, you might want to factor this into your decision, because nothing kills your gaming buzz faster than waiting weeks for support or shipping. Rehooking you here. What if I told you there's a way to enjoy all the customization without these headaches? Some gamers opt to buy a more affordable base model controller and pair it with third-party mod kits or accessories. This approach offers you most of the functions at a fraction of the price and lets you test what features you really need before committing big bucks. It's a bit DIY, but it's a smarter financial move for most players who value flexibility over brand prestige. And here's a second joke to keep things fresh. Why did the controller get locked up? Because it was caught remapping functions. Gaming humor aside, your controller should empower you, not complicate you. So, where does that leave us with the Scuf Instinct Pro? If you're a professional or semi-pro gamer who thrives on tweaking every millisecond advantage and can tolerate occasional flaws, it might be worth the gamble, especially if you snag it at a good price. Its paddle remapping and customization options are undeniably impressive, and when it works as intended, the performance is on point. But if you're casual or a budget-conscious gamer, the trade-offs in comfort, durability, and price might outweigh the benefits. There's also the risk of inconsistent triggers and connectivity issues to consider before dropping serious cash. The positive takeaway is that, even with its flaws, the Instinct Pro pushes the envelope of what's possible in a third-party controller. It's a bold attempt to combine customization, performance, and style, meaning it's not a bad controller by any stretch, just one with some rough edges. If the idea of remappable paddles and instant triggers excites you, and you're prepared to invest the time to master them, it can definitely elevate your game. Just know exactly what you're signing up for. Before I wrap up, another quick quiz. What do you call a controller that can't decide between wired and wireless modes? A wireless confusion device. All right, that one's admittedly a stretch, but I like to keep things light. Now back to you. In conclusion, the Scuf Instinct Pro is a powerful, high customization controller with some real potential, but also some real problems. If you want to dominate Xbox Series XS gameplay with extra paddles and more control over your triggers, this could be your secret weapon. Just anticipate the learning curve, the possible comfort quirks, and the premium price tag. If you decide it's right for you, I highly recommend grabbing it from Amazon while prices are still competitive. The link is right below in the description. Prices shift fast, so don't wait too long or you might miss a good deal. Thanks for watching this honest review. Whether you end up buying the Scuf Instinct Pro or go a different route, I hope this helped you make a smarter choice that's perfect for your gaming style. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-deal product reviews to keep you ahead of the game. Game on!